Hey guys, Isaiah here, back again with another value-packed video for you. I'm going to hop straight into it. I'm going to show you exactly what script I used word for word to add $1.3 million to a client of mine's business in less than 90 days, booking him over 150 calls in that duration. And I'm going to show you the exact 5 scripts that I tested and showing you the script that, won most over of our appointments. So, as you can see, we're in Instantly here, cold email software, and for this campaign specifically, as you can see here, you can't fake these numbers, 2,100 sent, 9.6 overall reply rates, and 172 meetings booked from only contacting 2,100 people. Guys, this changes people's business, and of course, it changed my client's business in literally less than 90 days. It's insane. Actually, you see a gap here. The reason why that is because we actually had to stop sending cold emails because we were getting too much business. It's quite literally insane. And I'm going to show you the exact scripts that I used, right? So if I hop into the sequences here, I did 5 variants. Guys, if you want to know how to test like this and sort of what this all entails, look at my past video. It shows you exactly how to test and how this all works, all right? And how to write your scripts as well and how to set up all the technical stuff. So I tested 5 scripts here. Right, and if we can go back into the analytics here, as you can see, the data is kind of off here, but if we just look at the opportunities here, which variant produced more of the opportunities? So we see that B and E produce more of the opportunities. So if we hop into, okay, so why do these perform better than the other scripts? I'm going to show you why, and it might be quite surprising. So B and E. There you go. B, which was the second best script that we used, literally was a couple words, right? Let's read this. Howdy, first name. Would you have time to get on a few high viewership podcasts in your niche? Cheers, Daniel. This made my client over $15,000 in 2 weeks. This email alone. Right? So when you hear people talking about cold email, about how, you have to keep it short and simple, or you have to show the benefits, or the outcomes, or all this jargon, all it comes down to is the simplicity of your offering and how you can communicate that, and then in the inbox itself, develop that business so you can book an appointment with that prospect from an email as simple as this one, and then convert that prospect into a customer or a client, right? And that's a separate video about sales, but this is very, very simple, right? I can end the video here because I just want to give you guys a script that I use. And of course, don't copy it word for word. This is a podcast placement offer. But literally, you can use the same exact frameworks inside your business. This was the best script that added most of the appointments and cash collected. This simple script here. Hope all is well, first name. Right? Are you possibly looking to do several guest appearances on 12 different podcasts in the next few months? All of them are in the top 250 podcasts in the world in terms of rankings. Worth exploring. Cheers. Signature. And the subject line is 12th guest speaking inquiries for first name. So I'm going to show you exactly why this works and how you can apply it to your own outbound emails and your offering. Please excuse the elementary drawing here. I'm not the best at drawing with a mouse. I'm not the best at drawing, period. But hopefully this visualization can prove some value here and to articulate my idea here and how you can apply the same frameworks that I use. So anyway, so as you can see here, why the hell did that script work, right? Why did that script work when it was so simple and all these different strategies that people are telling you to do? It was probably the complete opposite of that, right? I'm going to show you exactly why it works. So say this is my client. Please bear with me. He's a happy client. Geez, this is so bad, right? So this is their offer, right? This is their offer, right? And this is their prospects. This is their prospect. So in the context of this here, their prospect is coaches, right? Coaches and consultants. And obviously, most prospects that you're going to deal with need clients. They need new business. Right, so because they need new business, there's a few mechanisms that they can to create new business, and there's only a few mechanisms. So that is organic, that is paid ads, and that is, and also partnerships as well. With coaches and consultants, it's more or less partnerships, but you can use this in your agency as well. Okay, partnerships. Excuse my writing. So coaches and consultants, right? They need clients, and there are mainly three ways that they can get clients: organic attraction, paid attraction, and partnerships. And obviously, there are different subsectors within organic, like YouTube organic, Instagram organic, Facebook organic, content marketing, or paid advertisers like Google ads, Facebook ads, or Meta. In this case, just paid advertisements, right? So there are a few different subsectors within that, but the main three are partnerships, paid ads, or organic, right? So these are really the only three overarching ways they can acquire clients, coaches in this case, right? So in my client's offering, basically in his offer, as you can see from the scripts, his offering was essentially, excuse me, bear with me. His offer was essentially organic. Organic in the form of podcasts, right? So if a person approached me, and since technically I am a coach, if a person, if a business approached me saying, hey, we know that you're a coach, we can get you on 12 different podcasts in the next few months, a bit ambiguous, but that piques their curiosity, right? And all of them are on the top 250 podcasts in the world in terms of rankings, right? So not only am I getting on 12, I'm getting on 12 of the top 250 podcasts in the world, right? And so in my brain, in my coaching brain, that translates to, okay, so I need clients. How am I going to do that? It's either through these three mechanisms. This is an organic way, so that means I don't need to spend money on paid advertisements, and I'm leveraging another person's community or audience and just sharing my thoughts and having a conversation on a podcast, and then on the back end, those customers will be funneled into my social profiles, right? So this is how my clients' prospects were thinking about it, and obviously that is very, very good, right? If you're even just a regular citizen, you want to get on podcasts, right? And it'll be cool for you to get on podcasts, especially the top 250 podcasts in the world, right? So long story short, the reason why this offer worked so well, and it was very easy to create scripts, was because of the perceived value of his unique mechanism, which his unique mechanism in his offer is the podcast placements, and promising we're going to get you on 12 in less than 6 months, and they're in the top 250 in the world, right? And in the actual script itself, it's a bit ambiguous, but that is for a good reason, because if we give them so much information, they're not going to want to take action. But because we were a bit ambiguous, it's piquing their curiosity, and this is why we booked loads of calls, because they're very curious to see what the offer was more in depth, and then that's when my client took care of them in the sales process and got them closed. Now, the only reason why he was able to close on basically on a consistent basis is because his offer was very good, and he also had a good guarantee, and he also had one of the best case studies in the actual industry, right? So you have to also keep that in mind as well. But guys, when you craft your offer in such a way that really resonates with your prospect's offering, or with your prospect's goals and pain points, because in the context of coaches, a lot of them struggle to book quality appointments. A lot of them struggle to book appointments in general, right? A lot of them, same goes as SMMA owners. They invest a lot into mentorships, they invest a lot into courses, they invest a lot into paid advertisements to get themselves out there for business development, but nothing seems to work. And when you leverage somebody's success in the form of their podcast, it's a no-brainer for them to see your offering as the solution to their overarching pain, which is not getting enough clients. They need clients in a predictable way. And for podcasts, there's no tangible numbers being calculated, like paid ad offers and stuff like that. But in the context of podcasts, when you have viewerships of 500,000, 1 million, of course there's going to be people in the back end coming to your services with something like this. So yeah, guys, hopefully you found some value in that. I know this is more of a in terms of the context, more of a coaching sort of thing. But you can apply the same frameworks to your SMMA, because really what it boils down to in the first principles side of things, what it boils down to is what kind of problems and pains you are alleviating that your prospect has, because that's really all the offer is, right? Your offer is the ship, and they're on the island, the prospect's on the island, and your ship is going to take them out of that island and get them to the promised land. And as long as you know their deep desires and their pain points and actually what their goals are, for similarity of prospects, then that's where you can really hit some hard offers, hit some good offers, and hit the ground running and actually get some cash collected in. And so, when you're creating scripts like this, guys, this took me, all 5 of these took me less than 30 minutes to write. Once I dug deep into his offer, and we had a couple calls discussing how we should position this. Literally, these scripts took me less than 30 minutes to write, and that first 2 weeks, he collected $15K in cash, right? We booked tons of appointments in that first 2 weeks of launching, right? So don't focus too much on the copywriting, because as mentioned in my last video, 70% of outbound and prospecting is all about who your ICP is, what their pain points are, what their goals are, and how you can alleviate their pain so they can side with you, because they only see your service as the only solution to their problem, right? So you don't need to learn about all these copywriting tricks and stuff like that, because 70% of it is pain points and offering, 20% of it is the actual copywriting, and then the other percentage is the actual tech and infrastructure setup. Watch my last video to understand how to understand that more in depth. But yeah, so yeah, pretty crazy stuff here. As mentioned, in the first 2 weeks, I can actually show you here. So it picked up the pace actually as the days went on, but as you can see, I think on the second week is when we really started seeing a lot of replies coming in, positive replies that is, on that second week. And then for the inbox management, of course, we had already templatized responses, so it was just like it was a hot dog stand. Here you go, here you go, here you go, here you go. Let's book calls, let's book calls, let's book calls. So that's only possible with a tremendous offer. And how you create those tremendous offers, knowing exactly who your ICP is and actually doing qualitative market research on your market, so you can create scripts like these effortless and book meetings effortless. Literally just pressing a couple buttons. So yeah, guys, that's literally the exact scripts that I used to add over $1.5 million to my clients' accounts. Ridiculous, actually. You're not going to see results like this in the market except for us, because we really honed into what we do and how we get results and replicate it for every single prospect, because every single prospect will be different. Especially you lead gen guys, every prospect will be different in terms of the services that they're offering and their offers, or even lack of offers. But this is where you sort of get to shine, right? So yeah, another thing I wanted to add as well. See, when you're doing outbound campaigns like this and you're getting tons and tons of calls that you got to actually stop the meetings, and your prospects love what you have and they're actually paying you because they perceive you as the ship that's going to get them off the island. You see, especially for you SMMA and lead gen agency owners, when you have an offering that is maybe focused on organic attraction, maybe you do like a cold email offering or an Instagram DM offering, and you start getting clients on that offer, you can then upsell them into other skill sets that you have, such as maybe paid ads, right? Partnerships, cultivating partnerships with revenue share. But that all comes from your staple offering, and then you can upsell them on the back end, or cross-sell them, I should say, on the back end. I'm going to make a separate video on this probably later next week, so keep an eye out on that, and I'll see you guys in the next video. But to really summarize this video on how you can also add $1 million to your client's account, or add $1 million to your own account as well. A few things. Focus on your ICP so you can craft an offer that resonates with the total addressable market. And then once you figure that offer out, write the scripts. It should only take you less than 30 minutes to an hour in terms of like writing the scripts in the different variants. And that script should actually be what your offer is, and that'll be your script, right? And then you can test on top of that. And to actually find your own scripts that actually work is when you conduct your own tests, right? So focus on your ICP, focus on crafting an offer for that ICP, write the scripts in the form of what your offer actually is, and test aggressively. So that's the main thing, guys. If you do want help with this, if you want me to build the infrastructure for you and to add over $1.2 million to your revenue, and to book literally hundreds of meetings in less than 3 months, in less than 3 to 6 months, contact me on my Instagram. It's iisaiahlebron. I just created a new Instagram, as my other one got hacked, unfortunately. But so I am starting at 0 followers, so hopefully you can help me out with that. I'm gonna be posting mainly lifestyle content on there. But again, if you do want one-to-one help with this, completely showing you exactly all the frameworks and how I actually think about this, and giving you proven scripts that you can just plug and play and start booking calls and start actually signing clients as soon as possible with either your new offering or existing offerings, let me know. Let's have a chat and we'll take it from there. All right. Have a great rest of your day. Cheers.